to my channel. I'm Liam. Another solid round without being too extreme. 2-1-5-4. Ground rank of the 13,000s. Went out 200 odd spots. Trades this week. I was just fixing injuries. Riley O'Brien and Tommy Stewart out. Rich and Whitfield. Probably wasn't the best combo I could have gone with, only 166 combined. Be nice to go Josh Kelly or somewhere around that mark. But what we'll do. As long as I keep this 4-figure rank, it's passable. There's no real difference between me finishing 6,000th or 8,000th or even 9,000th. It's been a little bit of a struggle year. Injuries, just bad luck. That Duncan one was probably the worst one. Getting concussed as a captain, that was. I can explain many of them. Picking up Jordan Ridley for 780k or whatever he was in round 3. Yeah, some pretty poor decisions made. It wasn't luck based. Fortunately, this week had to play 2 rookies again, with Jake Lloyd also out. Bianco's 40. It did the job, but much rather a premium player. Jeremy Sharp can't get out my side. He's been on the chopping block like 3 weeks in a row, and you take 74. It's nothing too shabby about that. Going on with some other players starting in defence. Rory Laird just been so consistent, 101. Even in a toughish loss against Melbourne, still finds the ball really easily. As I say, he's pretty popularly owned by pretty much everyone who still plays his game, so his score is pretty irrelevant. Jaden Short, been pretty little bit up and down as of late, but with Hooley, it's been a little bit more ups and ups and downs. But he took like 6 kickouts in that first quarter or something ridiculous. Very handy. Richmond loved the ball in his hands. Ridley 76. Just have to ride out the end of the season with him. Midfield did pretty decent this week. Tommy Mitchell 105. Not VCable, but pretty decent against tough dogs to score against. But Hawks got up, which was a big surprise. Jared Lyons, very nice captain pick. Brought him in last week. He's done very well against the Collingwood high scoring game for those Lions. Along with McCluggage 116. They had a lot of the ball in that game. Unfortunately, Rich only can get to 86, but you take that and run. Merritt 85. He's been one of the most volatile players this year. Still probably about a couple points under. So he hasn't been the worst pick of all time, but certainly there's been better value out there. But he's been a captain disaster 1 week, a captain masterpiece another week, and a missed captain opportunity another week. So he's riding the waves. McRae was probably a good VC option. Went Titch over him. Lucky I didn't, because I got an extra few points from Jared Lyons. He was everywhere. Finally, he's been so consistent. Finally broke the 95 to 100 duck, which was handy. Taranto. When I saw him starting at full forward, I was in for a nightmare game. Very lucky he kicked 4 goals in that first half. Otherwise, what would he scored? You take 91 and run. You don't expect it with what role he was playing out at full forward. He's not in my side next year for sure. Brad Crouch 104, top score for the Saints. Solid, but wish he could do that every week. Maxi Gorn 97, again pretty the rucks have been a bit iffy this year. No one's really stood out in the last few weeks. Grundy wasn't very impressive at all. Marshall, 52, but he's had a good couple of weeks. He can cut some slack for this week. Aaron Hall just keeps doing Aaron Hall things. He's going to be probably one of the most popular players next year. He's been one of the best mid-price pickups during the year, same as Jordan Agoe, another 98 in a tough loss. You take that any day of the week. Zeeble a bit disappointing with a 58. There's probably better options at the time for his price. Probably been a bit underperforming as of late, considering he's not as highly owned in fantasy as he is in Supercoach. But what can you do? Side bottom solid 84, but probably want a little bit more, considering it was a luxury pick. Stringer 98, bounced back after a few poor games. It was 70 at half time, disappointing it to 98, but you take that. And Heaney 73, liked it a bit more against the Roos, but he's held down the fort at F6. Probably I'll give him a C plus. His pass, but nothing extreme. But I'm keen to start over next year. Again, and make some much better moves. McRae's become fairly handy on the bench if anyone decides to take a week off. My whole side's trying to take weeks off. Next week, I just want to get rid of Sharp. I just want to say I've half completed my team with Ridley, probably my worst player. Downgrade Bianco. Hopefully Lloyd's back, and hopefully there's no other significant injuries. I'll see whether I do a trade talk this week. One round to go. It would depend on how busy I am during the week, but if I'm not here on Wednesday, I'll be back this time next week for the last review of year 2021. A struggling year, but it's good to ride it through. I like to end things I started with, and there's a possibility that I might be running a little. I'm still thinking of running a little finals comp if anyone is interested. So till sometime in the future, have a good week.